All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Friday.
Yes, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Friday, as we just said.
Yes,
this
casual
is
Friday.
Casual Friday, of course. No pants Friday, no underpants Friday for some, but not for us, obviously, because we film these things now. And
Might be playing a bit of footsie with you under the desk there if you're not wearing
absolutely.
any pants.
Yeah, well,
But
it depends on what you're touching. Woohoo!
That's right. Well, thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. This is Casual Friday, as we've said 17 times.
Yes.
Where we talk about trailers and the movies coming out to theaters this weekend, and maybe you don't have your weekend sorted, and maybe we can help you out with that aspect. But if you'd like a
Absolutely.
bit more serious podcasting, head back to Wednesday when we discuss the latest news in the gaming, TV, and film realm.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
review a wonderful film in theaters. And 1917 was our review on Wednesday. Head back and listen if you haven't. It is, well, head back and listen.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. That
Damn it,
film was
Dylan.
fucking brilliant.
You
Yeah.
spoiled it.
Sorry, everybody, but I will have to say, I'm
Yes.
very proud of our Wednesday episode because I think our news topics were very in-depth,
Yes.
very well thought out, and I think that was
Yes.
quite good. So I'm quite proud of what we produced on Wednesday's episode.
And I'm glad you're proud of that, because that steers me into the next brief topic I wanted to bring up, the fact
Yeah.
that we put a lot of work into this. It may
Yes.
not seem like it because we goof around on Fridays, but we do take it seriously.
Yes.
And because of that extra effort and stuff, we've done a few giveaways in that, but I
Absolutely.
mean, nothing in this world is free. And if you'd like to support the show,
Yes.
you can by heading over to tpublic.com. We have merch there for Two's Company 3's a Podcast, 2C3 Pod, if you wanted to look it up.
Yep.
And also PayPal, Two's Company 3's a Podcast at gmail.com. You can fling us 10 cents. That's 10 cents of your money. You're saying, good job.
Yes.
And that means the world to us. Every little bit counts. And if you fling us something, if you want your name read out, you can be a producer on the show and we'll shout you out. You can write a little note there, tell us to go fuck ourselves. You know, it doesn't matter what you say.
Absolutely.
But any little dollar or cent is appreciated. So if you wanted to do that, that'd be amazing.
Absolutely. Any little bit of support certainly helps. But as we said, if you do want to support the show in a way that does give you something in return, just head to tpublic.com and you can get yourself some merch. But as we said,
if you want your name on air,
yeah,
I mean, hell,
for a
go
lot
to
of
PayPal, Two's Company 3's a Podcast at gmail.com.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But speaking of giveaways, we still have one $50 voucher left.
That's right. We
because
forgot that on Wednesday.
Shout out Cooper Jakes.
Yeah.
Cooper Jakes, who entered,
Cooper
who liked our giveaway video on Facebook, was drawn for a $50 event cinema gift
Yeah.
card and hasn't been able to message us since to redeem it.
That's right.
And
Your
now-
settings are fucking things up for you.
Yeah, because we can't message you from the show
Yeah.
to say that you've won this. So if anybody knows Cooper Jakes, let him know to comment and message us at 2C3pod to redeem his gift card. But
Or if you know Cooper Jakes,
Yeah.
but you want the gift card,
pretend to be Cooper Jakes.
no, I was going to say, don't tell him, because on the 31st of January at midnight, this gift card will be back up for grabs, and we will do
Absolutely.
another draw for a regular listener,
Absolutely.
not just a poser.
Yeah,
And like the page.
I reckon what we should do is do what we
Yes.
did before. We'll put them in the spinning wheel.
Yeah.
We'll press go. And fair
Absolutely.
and square. Unfortunately, we won't be re-entering anybody who has previously won because they've already won. So
Of course, that's just
fair.
fair. But at the same time, I am
Yes.
happy with the winners that we had.
Absolutely.
And I'm hoping to redraw it, honestly, because let's be honest, Cooper isn't listening.
No, he ain't listening
Cooper
at
ain't
all.
listening.
He ain't
And his
listening.
friends aren't good friends for not telling him. But either
Yeah.
way, let's get straight into it.
Yes.
Hack Wilson did it first. Sorry, Mark McGuire, but it's time for 2C3 Pod, negotiating in Futurama.
It's fine. I've already forgotten.
I had no idea you could milk a cat. Oh, you can milk just about anything with nipples. I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Robert De Niro and Meet the Parents.
Man, you nailed that. You've picked out my theme. If you've noticed, last week I did Tarantino quotes. This week was
Yeah.
De Niro quotes.
It's
Well
almost like I
done.
can read your mind, or I've heard you say that before.
I know. It's almost like, welcome to Friday, ladies and gentlemen. As we've said, this is Trailer Park and Yas All Pass, where we review the freshest trailers of the week and the films coming to theaters this week. And
Absolutely. My name is Dylan, as always,
Yes.
with my co-host.
Mitchell, and don't forget, if you haven't, hit up our socials on our
haven't-
socials on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at 2C3pod. And if
Of
you're
course.
listening to this or watching us, make sure it's on your preferred platform: Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Big Summer Blowout.
Now, it is Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get down to the trailer park.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to head down to the trailer park where we review the fresh trailers of the week. Oh yeah, baby, so let's get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I've been meaning for weeks to fucking
Yes.
create a theme for that, so that way you don't have to strain yourself every week where I can just push a button that goes and it
And
just
then we
says-
could just go trailer park. Doot, doot.
yeah,
Oh,
something like that. Yeah. But I had a thought, like when we go, what the fuck does that mean? I'm pulling a trailer, like a semi-trailer?
Yeah,
But we're talking about like actual white trash trailer parks?
no, yeah. Okay, Dukes of Hazzard.
Yep.
I feel like that's the type of horn that they had in their stupid cars as they beat
Wasn't
around the
that
trailer. Yeah.
Oh no, what was it? That was the bird.
Holy shit! Yeah, I was about to say that was Oh man. Oh, what was that? Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't think of
Okay.
it.
Anyway,
But what did they have?
I don't know. Trailer parks. I feel like I don't know, but I like it though. It fits in with the vibe of like you hear that and then you hear somebody going, "Oh yeah, little skip my cousin wife." Like, yeah. But
Yeah.
either way, probably the worst. No, second worst. Friday is casual, but
Yes.
we have the worst intros to segments on Fridays.
Oh yeah.
We have the annoying hillbilly, and then later on you'll see Yas or Pass if you stick around. So
absolutely.
hear that depressingness.
Yeah.
But either way, it is Trailer Park now.
Let's
Dylan.
review some of the latest trailers that have come out this week. Now, first off the list is a Netflix TV show or movie. I'm still not quite sure, but we'll get into it.
It is a TV show.
Lock and Key. When their dad is murdered, his children move into a staple Netflix home. Oh, sorry, I mean an old creepy mansion called Key House for some reason. They discover different keys that unlock doors and parallel universes that shouldn't be unlocked. I thought this was going to be a horror series, but it seems more like a fantasy series in the same vein as Labyrinth, coming February 7th all over your Netflix.
That's right. Is it? They did call it Key House, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they like reference it being called like Key House, like the most cliche horror old mansion name. But
yeah,
seriously, what is with Netflix and the old houses? Because you've got this one now, then you've got Haunting of Hill House or Hell House. I don't know, with Mike Flanagan, and then you've got Eli as well. Like, there's so many Netflix originals that are based in an old creepy mansion, and it's just I don't know. What is their fascination with this?
I think it's because you can tell. I mean, obviously, neither of us are writers, but you can tell a pretty stock standard mystery sort of story in an old mansion with creepy secrets, behind doors. And when I was watching this trailer, I got really heavy Resident Evil vibes. And what I mean by that is because every single door leads to something new and unique and fascinating, created by God knows who, but you also have to find the right key to go with the right door. Yeah. It unlocks the mystery. But when you look at this from a logical perspective, you would look at this.
Can you?
You would look at this and go, okay, this house is clearly messed up.
Yeah.
See you the fuck later.
That's the thing. I think we started Trailer Park around episode 13.
Something like that.
So it's been a long time that we've been doing this. And I swear it's like every 2 weeks there's a brand new, and sometimes like this week, a couple that a horror movie relies on people going to a secluded old house.
Yeah.
Where are the suburban horrors?
Yeah.
Why isn't there horror in a local residential area?
It's funny you say that because on our
in a housing estate, a gated community.
In our Wednesday episode, you said you haven't seen Sinister.
Yes.
That's set in a suburban area.
Is it a creepy house?
It's they literally move into a regular house.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. One of the kids or the adult, Ethan Hawke's character, I believe it's the adult, he goes into the attic and finds an old box and there's old tapes in there and he watches the old tapes.
Okay, yeah, right. Yeah.
And then he throws them out or burns them and they somehow
there you go.
end up back. So that's suburban
when
horror.
was Sinister?
Like 2000, early 2000s?
Okay, yeah.
No, like 2010s, sorry, I believe.
Okay, so it's been about 10 years.
Something like
that. All right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for another one.
Okay.
Let's leave the old mansions alone.
So are you saying that you're getting sick of old mansion horror, creepy mystery thrillers?
I'm not getting sick of them. I'm getting sick of how many there are.
The abundance of them.
Yeah, it seems like it's just like, oh, I've got this great idea for a horror movie about, a fucking doll boy that's coming up soon. Like, oh, where can we do that? Oh, they need to go to an old house, to find it, that kind of thing. But either way, Lock and Key, I thought it was heading down the horror direction, but it's very much a fantasy-looking, weird, trippy kind of thing. Written by Joe Hill, based on his graphic novels, who's the son of Stephen King, as we've mentioned before. I'm curious because I still haven't seen anything from him exclusively that has been, wow, that's fantastic. He hasn't had the impact his dad has had at all.
Absolutely. But looking at the trailer and the special effects and the quality that's gone into the cinematography and the filming of this TV series, Lock and Key, sorry, there's a visual distinction between the last thing that I saw of his, which was In the Tall Grass.
Yes.
Which was obviously a story written by him and Stephen King.
Yes.
Which
that's
was
why it was probably good.
Yeah, very unique in itself.
It was good.
But then the other Joe Hill thing that we've seen recently was a Nosferatu or NOS4A2, whatever.
NOS4A2.
Yeah, which is a Amazon original as well. Amazon adaptation, I should say, starring Zachary Quinto, which I only got one episode in.
Yeah, I got a couple in, and it didn't hook me to the point where I'm like, I needed to finish it.
Yeah, I thought this was rubbish and filmed really cheaply, but Lock and Key looks very high quality. That's why, by watching the trailer, if you're anything like me and you don't know anything about it, it looks like a movie.
Yeah, no, it really does. It looks like this. That's why I'm curious about it, how they're going to draw this out for 10 episodes. Yeah. Because it looks like a story that could be ended in an hour and 45.
Yep.
Like, simple as that.
Well, that's kind of the same for Haunting of Hill House.
Okay.
Because there has been a movie on that before, which came out sort of 90s, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just that they spend more time fleshing out the individual characters.
Yes.
And aiming to unlock the doors and reveal what's behind them, which makes it draws you in to sort of be like, what the hell is in there? And then there's the reveal that what was in there was never really there, blah, 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 blah. So it's going to be a similar
now I don't need to watch it.
Oh, definitely watch it.
Well, now I know that they were just imagining it.
Watch it!
Okay. Sounds good. But Lock and Key, I think big summer blowout for Netflix. I think this will have quite an appeal to some viewers. It's original series.
I think I may check it out. I like maybe the first two. And if it grabs me, I'll watch the rest. But, I'm hard to please when it comes to TV shows.
Big summer blunder in the sense that I don't think it'll have a second season. I think it'll be a one and done. But also, curiously, a little fun fact. This is the third time that it's been tried to get picked up. It was rejected by Universal.
Oh, really?
And then Amazon rejected it, and then Netflix finally picked it up. It's been around the shop. I think the first adaptation was in 2010, where they tried to sell it. Like it's been a while.
Right. Okay.
They've been trying to sell this.
I don't know anything about it.
No, neither do I. So. Except the fucking random keys that unlocks a chick's neck and kills a boy, and his soul floats off, and there's a meth trip in one room. My lord, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is.
Either way, it probably would be all right. But anyway, it's time for number 2 for the week. And coincidentally, it's called Brahms, The Boy 2. Just what we needed. Another PG-13 horror filmed about a possessed and murderous doll named Brahms. After their child seems to be lonely or something, they take him where else but another fucking old creepy mansion. Jesus Christ. Where the boy finds the doll buried in the woods. Great place for a toy. Once they realize the doll is going to kill them all, he starts to kill them all. Yay! Coming to theaters late February.
I didn't know. I've seen the image for The Boy 1, on Netflix and stuff, and I've never bothered to watch it.
Yeah.
Now I've seen the trailer to The Boy 2, and it's about a creepy doll that does everything you literally just mentioned.
Yep.
I'm intrigued.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm the opposite, man. Because we discussed in Wednesdays about the adaptation for Chucky, the TV series.
This is going to be exactly what I expect.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I'm interested. Because there's another movie which came out a long time ago, which I think we both have a lot of love for, which is about creepy dolls, which was a bit weird and a bit kind of on edge in terms of the budget. But
Small Soldiers.
Oh, what a great
I know, that's amazing. But
Dead Silence.
Oh, my apologies. Yes, I love Dead Silence.
What a great film. But that is pretty typical puppeteering.
But also, I was going to say, that's not about a possessed doll. That's about a puppeteer.
Yeah.
The
dolls became possessed essentially.
But I mean, the big old twist at the end kind of saved that movie, in that sense, you know? Yeah. I don't expect a twist here where there's actually a midget behind this doll the whole time, working him like a puppet.
No, I think it's going to have a very much, from the trailer, what I got from the trailer is that they dig up this creepy doll, they clean him up, and then whatever's possessing the doll has possessed the child. And the reason I say that, which is typical fucking Annabelle story.
Yes.
Because there's a scene in the trailer where the child is facing against a window.
Yep.
Mum says something. The child looks away, but it's only for a split second. But I notice it very clearly that the reflection is the doll.
Yes.
So the soul of the doll is in the child after they've dug him up. But I liked that there's this sense of discomfort and uncertainty about this weird doll being in this house. But that's so cliche, and that's exactly what I'm expecting from this kind of film, and that's why I'm intrigued.
That's understandable, and like you pointed out, and a very good point, the fact that you're going to get what you see.
Yeah.
You know, as in, don't go into this thinking you're going to get a psychological thriller with amazing twists and incredible acting. It's gonna be rough, but you know what you're in for.
I'm expecting creepy imagery with a really weird doll, because that's all it is. It's just unsettling, creepy imagery.
Yes. All I'm going to say is I ain't going to the theaters to see this.
I won't be seeing this at the cinemas either.
Unless it is a dry week.
Yeah.
I very much won't be, because on our radar and how we're trying to pan out this year of amazing films.
Do you know if this is getting Australian release? Because I don't think The Boy 1 did it?
No, I don't think it did either. And weirdly enough, this isn't listed as the sequel to The Boy. This is listed as Brahms. and then they've
The Boy
tacked
2.
on The Boy 2, I think, to try and... Because it is the same doll.
Well, yeah, according to Wikipedia, it says it's a sequel to
most reliable source?
Absolutely. Listen, produced by STX Films, which we've talked about a lot in recent history.
Yes, we have.
It is a sequel to The Boy, but as I said, it's going to go the exact way that I will assume it will. And it's got me intrigued to watch the first one after watching this trailer. So, you know, I don't know. Big summer blunder, of course. But
but it could be fun. Like, if this comes onto a digital service or Netflix eventually and that, I'll probably, you know, chuck it on for a bit of a ha-ha-ha.
Yeah.
But either way, watch the trailer simply for Katie Holmes trying to scare an inanimate object.
And
sorry, that's an inanimate object.
That's another thing that I liked about this is that it's doing exactly what you expect in terms of all of the horror cliches, but it also does one little twist to be like, you're expecting the doll to jump at you, but the jump scare is her jumping at the doll.
Exactly.
And I was like, that's kind of neat. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I think the only like jumpy bit with the doll was when the eyes moved, but that was a lead up to it, and you could see it coming. You know? It wasn't
there was a pure expectation of those eyes to move. Like
exactly.
Yeah, and
they started off the wrong way. Like, you've seen the doll looking forward the whole time, and then they cut to the doll, and the eyes are looking left. So obviously he's going to look back straight.
Yeah. And there's something about it. And that is, as cheesy and cliche as that is, I adore it.
Yeah.
I appreciate the attempt.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I like Dead Silence, and I liked Annabelle Comes Home, and I like the first few Conjuring movies.
I don't like that you're like keep comparing Dead Silence to these films.
Oh, well,
Dead Silence is a great fucking film.
It is a great film, but there are some moments where the CGI lacks, where you're like...
Dude, it was 2007.
And Danny Wahlberg? Is it Danny?
Oh, yeah, Danny. Yeah, Danny Wahlberg, yeah.
Brother Wahlberg is in it. And
yes.
Listen, that...
A Kid's on the Block, man.
That movie is fucking great.
Either way, man, why don't you rip into the third one on the list?
Absolutely. Now, I haven't read through this yet, so bear with me while I
that's
fuck it up.
I write all the trailer park descriptions and then throw Dylan in the deep end and hope he fucks up.
Absolutely. John Henry. Goddamn, Terry Crews is a beast of a human in this trailer for John Henry, telling the story of a former gang member with a dark past named John Henry, trying to protect a couple of immigrant children or something. Either way, John Henry, and how a peaceful form of violent man must wind back the clock and stomp some mud holes in some motherfucker to protect these kids. Also starring Ludacris with some kind of Metallica jaw.
Yes.
Coming later this year.
Yes. So the movie, if you didn't pick up, was called John Henry.
John Henry.
Yeah. And basically, Terry Crews, everybody knows Terry Crews.
Everybody loves Terry Crews.
Exactly. Buff ass motherfucker can make those pecs dance
he does
better than Lady Gaga.
Yes.
It's amazing. And this is basically him with a very stern face beating people up.
I like the idea of Terry Crews doing a more serious role, more of a dramatic role, because I've only ever seen him do lighthearted comedies and the occasional something a bit more violent, like The Expendables, but I've never really seen him do a down.
I can't honestly remember the last time I saw him be the main person.
And that's another thing that I'm really quite looking forward to this film as well, is that he gets to carry it from start to finish.
Yeah.
I don't really care much about Ludacris. I think it's kind of an odd casting choice for someone like him to play the
When I think
this movie's weird because it's very much what's his name? Luke Cage from the Marvel Cinematic.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
You got no fucking idea what I'm talking about.
I've heard of Luke Cage.
Luke Cage is like a
Cage.
Luke Cage.
John Henry.
What
a white guy name.
Right? But they're so black. Yeah. And they both wear yellow t-shirts, and they're both giant black individuals who are technically superheroes who are indestructible and able to beat people up.
Yeah.
But the only difference is that one being Marvel MCU, the other one's not.
Yeah.
It's not MCU. Fucking shut the fuck
Yeah.
But and then it seems like it's grounded in a level of reality where there's like the streets, gangsters, and shit happening. But then all of a sudden, Ludacris's character has some kind of prosthetic in his face.
Yeah, I don't understand what that was.
That shit doesn't exist yet.
It honestly looked like he was like dining on a buffet of mufflers, and part of the muffler got stuck to his face, and nobody told him to wipe it off.
I get those. I get those kind of prosthetics in futuristic sci-fi films.
Yeah, but
not something
2020.
Yeah,
and you're walking around with like a golden plate on your face.
Yeah, like a golden cheek.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
You're a suburban gangster, mate.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you have that? It doesn't make me go, ooh, he's got an iron jaw.
Yeah, it makes me think Terry Crews is going to punch the other side of your face.
Yeah, or actually, I guarantee towards the end he's going to rip that fucking thing off.
Yeah, most
He's going to rip it off and old mate will have half a jaw.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Yeah.
he better replace it with another golden jaw.
Yeah, exactly, that's right. Yeah, but either way, Terry Crews, I mean, I might watch this for a bit of schlocky fun.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a silly action movie, a popcorn film. But
Yep.
either way, I love Terry Crews. I'm glad he's got a leading role. But at
I
the
will
same
watch
time,
this on Netflix, but I
Yeah.
will not go see this at the cinema. No.
absolutely.
So Big Summer Blunder?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
round?
honestly, Big Summer Blunder all
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. This seems like one that will have a theater release over in America.
Yep.
And then just do the DVD circuit in the world. You
Yep.
know, it's not one that is box office appeal.
No, absolutely
But,
not.
all right, moving on, we have Morbius.
Dun, dun.
Here comes Batman. Oscar winning, Golden Globe winning, Universal douchebag Jared Leto Lego enters into the Marvel Universe with this next installment, Morbius. Set in the world of one Spider-Man comes the tale of a cripple boy who grows up to be a cripple man who was a talented scientist, spending his whole life trying to cure his crippleness. He one day succeeds, but at what cost? Here comes Dracula Batman Nosferatu,
Yep.
coming 31st of July.
Cool. So, Morbius,
Yeah.
the living vampire, a living vampire is an antagonist
Yeah.
in Spider-Man's rogues gallery of villains.
exactly as we
I don't
acknowledge.
think he may be one of the more popular ones, but he's definitely not up there with.
I've never heard of him.
That's what I mean. Like, he's not up there with Venom or
Yeah.
what's the other one?
Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, Green Goblin, Doctor Octopus, any of those.
Dr.
But-
Octopus.
Yeah, exactly. You heard me. It's
yeah,
like,
Dr.
I
Octopus.
sound like Donald Trump
Yeah,
saying a speech. Yeah,
That's right, yeah.
Accomplish me. Yeah, did you see that?
yeah.
Anyway, Morbius the Living
Oh.
Vampire, as we know it, appears in the Amazing Spider-Man episode comic book 101 from 1971. And he's a vampire played by Jared Leto who's trying to get himself...
Lego.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry, my bad.
Thank you.
Who's trying very hard to become a leading man in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He fucked up with Joker.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was great in everything
Well-
else. Dallas Buyers Club, Blade Runner
Oh, he's
2049.
fantastic in
That's
Dallas
fine.
Buyers Club.
I
That's a
buy that. I
fantastic
buy
movie.
that he's a great actor,
Mm.
but I don't fucking care about this movie
No.
because I didn't really care for the last Spider-Man Far From Home film,
Yeah.
and I didn't really much care for Venom.
Yeah.
Venom was okay. There was some fun to be had. but
Venom
it
was okay for a first taste of this new Venom.
Yeah,
It's the second one that's going to be the key
yeah.
to whether or not that's going to succeed as a franchise.
But the thing that
and a
puts me off
character.
about that is that there's a visual distinction between the MCU and separate Marvel Sony movies.
Yes.
There's a way that they're filmed and edited and written
Yeah.
that's distinctly different
Mm-hmm.
and also shitter
Yeah.
than the overarching MCU. And obviously there's connections because
Yeah.
at the end of the trailer, spoiler alert, Michael Keaton comes in and he looks like he's playing the Vulture from Spider-Man.
That's what I assume.
Homecoming.
Yes. That's what I assume. But also, could he be Batman?
He
Yeah.
is a bat and also a man. So
That's right.
I would
Yep.
say more he's
Put it together.
Batman,
Yes.
not Batman. He's Batman.
Are we talking about Jared Leto?
Well, both. They could both be Bat. You know what this movie
Yeah,
should be called?
okay.
Batmen.
Genius.
Absolute genius. Hollywood, we're waiting
for
for our
fuck's
paycheck.
sake, the creepy boy. He goes to a special cave and there's water and stuff, cuts his hand open, puts his hand in the water, and then bats fly out.
Yeah.
And that's when he cures himself. So, by that distinction, and then he runs into Michael Keaton, he's like, "Oi, Mike, I'm like all fucked up with these powers and stuff." And he's like,
I've got just what you need, son.
I'm Batman. Yeah, so Batman. That's
Yes.
coming July 31st.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm more intrigued by this than other Marvel things that are happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
more intrigued by it, but at the same time, like I said, Universal douchebag, Jared Lego.
Yeah.
That doesn't appeal.
He got fit for the role and he has his long hair. Like, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's one thing as well. I'm curious about the body transfer. My apologies. I'm coming off night shift, so I've had 3 hours sleep in the
That's
last
cool,
like,
dude.
36 hours. Yeah, so he's what the fuck was that?
Keeping you awake.
Barely. It just made my ears bleed.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I'm curious about. Okay, think about the poor listener. I'm curious about the transformation of his body as well because he's like anorexic looking, but then he's like buff Jared Lego.
Yeah. Whatever.
Like so, I'm very curious.
It's typical Spider-Man where animals turn this person into a superhero and the next morning they wake up with abs. Remember that happened
Yeah,
with
right.
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man,
Yeah.
which happens to be an Easter egg in the trailer. I'm not sure if you noticed this, but
Oh, I
it's been
saw
all
it. The
over
poster.
Twitter.
The poster. Yeah.
It says he's a murderer, which is essentially the end of Far From Home, but the Spider-Man in the background
was Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I noticed that.
I
So
reckon
that's lovely.
Yeah.
I love that. So do you think that this will connect to Tom Holland?
No. Oh, Tom Holland's yes, because
Yeah.
the trailer says studio who brought you Spider-Man,
And Venom. Yeah.
and then Michael Keaton's character being Vulture,
Also credited, not in the trailer,
Tom Holland.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
so
J.K.
I think,
Simmons. So I'm seeing it for that.
yes, I think this is their way of introducing it. But I thought you were going, is it going to be some connection to Tobey Maguire?
No.
Absolutely not. That is literally there for fan bait.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And
Yeah.
it worked. We're talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love Tobey Maguire, so I'm all like, yay.
And that version of Spider-Man will go down in history as probably the best version of Spider-Man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fight me about it.
Yeah.
Dead set. I
Listen,
love Tobey.
Tom Holland is okay as like this newer iteration, younger iteration, but I've
But
talked about this a million times before.
They fucked the character.
Yeah.
They have ruined the
They've
character.
turned
of
him into
Spider-Man.
Iron Man.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't do anything himself.
I can't-
Anyway.
Yeah. But either way, Big Summer Blowout, it will be. Big Summer Blunder, personally, like
Yeah.
film-wise.
I feel like I'm going to watch this and walk out of it the same as I did with most of the latest MCU and like Marvel movies.
I'll probably walk out of it the same as I did Venom, where I
Yeah.
went, that was okay, but what are they going to do?
That's what I mean.
You know?
As I said with my new film rating this year, there's great, good, and crap.
Yeah.
Like Venom,
Yeah.
Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
this, Spider-Man Far From Home, they're
Yeah.
all kind of at that
Yeah.
Like I watched it.
Yeah.
It does its
It
job.
served its purpose. Yeah.
It's no end game. It's no like next big game changer. It's just I'm fucking
Yeah.
Joker was great, and I've set my fucking expectations. Sorry, Hollywood.
Yeah, no, that's right. But which movie was I quoting when I called him Crippy Boy?
I have no fucking idea.
Clerks 2.
Wait, what?
Clerks 2. When he's talking about the message boards and that,
yes.
he's like, I'm talking to this Crippy Boy, and he's sitting in his Crippy, and I'm just talking about how I love to drive to the shops instead of use my legs for walking. Like,
Yes.
yeah, but anyway. That's why I said Crippy Boy. I'm not
Yeah.
a piece of shit.
Great film.
Sometimes.
Anyway,
Yes,
moving
moving on.
I read the last one. Yeah.
Oh, you read that one, did
Wait,
you?
no?
Good job.
I certainly didn't.
No, that's
Sorry,
right.
I
You're
completely
right.
forgot that we talked about Morbius.
That's right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
next on the list is a film called Anna. Andy Garcia.
I know. I can't wait to talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna. Andy Garcia stars as a shitty car salesman who is nearing bankruptcy when he meets Anna, a 14-year-old girl who has no father and whose mother just went to prison. Since she doesn't want to go to foster care, she hangs out with the 60-year-old broke guy and stuff. Yeah. Apparently the film is on the internet now.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I literally went to release dates and it said released January 3rd on the internet. It said on the internet.
On the internet.
I know. Not a service, just on the internet. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay, that's the thing.
So Anna stars the little girl
Yeah.
from Logan, who I didn't know could speak English, but it turns out she does, but she's never washed her hair.
Yeah, no, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But also, so Andy Garcia plays a car salesman who's very bad at it, gets all these cars repossessed.
Yep.
Meets this Anna chick, tries to take her to foster care, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work. You know, so they hang out.
Yep.
So this movie is about a 60-year-old and a 14-year-old.
Robbing people.
Hustling people and traveling and hanging out. And yeah, I feel like Andy Garcia is going to get arrested at the end of this film. Like, I feel like this is going to go down a dark path.
Yeah.
Or if it's not,
in terms,
it should.
In terms of the story, like it seems like the young girl who is trying to avoid foster care and trying to maybe possibly bail at her mum, but also work together for this car salesman to build his business back up. They start hustling and stealing and like fake crippling and to earn the money. It seems
Creepy
like
girl.
Creepy girl. It seems like he's not so doesn't seem okay with it, but she does. But I'm looking at this going, well, fuck him off, then. You hustle, bitch.
Like, exactly. You're doing all right by yourself. You're trying to make money for him.
Yeah.
What has he done for you?
That's right.
You know, like, is it take your creepy money?
He doesn't even want to look after you. He's got nothing to do with you. You
That's
stole his
exactly
shit.
right. Yeah, exactly. But either way, man, this is Big Summer Blunder every aspect.
Listen, I have a feeling this movie will be
It's on the
fine.
internet now.
I so are most movies.
Yeah.
But I just think that this movie is going to be fine.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a great. I don't think it's going to be trash. I think it's going to be fine.
I don't think I'll ever see it.
Well, neither will I. Yeah,
no, that's what I mean. Like, as in, I'm sure it's well done for existing, but it's not drawing me in going, oh, I can't
didn't ask for this.
Exactly, that's exactly right. But yeah, no, I can't see myself looking this up and finding out where it's available on the internet.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Moving on to the next one, which I actually am quite excited for.
Yeah, I
as
know.
cliche dumb Sony as much as this
No,
looks
but
like.
this new trailer added some more to it, and all right. So Bloodshot, international trailer number 2. So there's already been one that we've covered in Trailer Park in the past.
Yep.
And this is the second one. Vin Diesel stars as a soldier who was murdered but brought back to life. He is now an indestructible hitman who gets memories planted in his brain to kill whoever Guy Pearce commands.
Yes.
What a weapon. Coming
Absolutely.
March. That one has no funnies because it's very blunt and to the point.
Yeah.
Like the film.
This film is heavily CGI.
Fuck yeah.
When they're punching each other, the
Yeah.
characters, like the CGI Vin Diesel and CGI other guy are punching each other. I'm definitely getting Man of Steel / Venom vibes out of this, where they're just super powered people just pummeling into each other.
Yes.
Okay, as much as I like that, I'm starting to get over it.
Yeah.
I like the concept that he gets blown away and he just repairs himself, and I like the idea that they're manipulating him to
What I love.
go after these different characters. But the problem is that I feel that both of these trailers give away the fucking whole thing almost.
Oh, big time. It's such a basic bitch story.
Yeah.
That is so simple to understand and so easy to.
But
I see where this is going.
They have actors like Guy Pearce, Toby Kebbell, Vin Diesel,
Yeah.
and a whole bunch of others. But Toby Kebbell, who is quite a bankable actor, I feel he's quite popular.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting him to hold it in, man.
I'm sorry, dude.
You're right. I was expecting him to be like one of the main antagonists, but the trailer clearly reveals that that's Guy Pearce, the guy who rebuilt him.
That was
Toby
in the
Kebbell,
first one as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like
Yeah.
Toby Kebbell's character is revealed to be just one of the targets,
Yes, that's it.
and his face is used as one of the targets. That's it. So I don't know. I feel like there could have been a bit.
Oh, but his character's name is called Axe.
Anyway,
Yeah, Toby Kebbell.
in 2017, it was reported that Jared Leto was an early negotiations to star in the film. So
But then he picked Morbius to be Batman.
absolutely. But now we've got Vin Diesel, also known as Groot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, Bloodshot, I'm looking forward to it because I feel like it's going to be a fairly stock standard action flick.
I will go and see this.
Yeah.
I'll go and see this because it just looks like a hell of a lot of fun. Very simple concept. Soldier gets killed. Scientists experiment on creating fucking shut up. Creating indestructible soldiers, but they implant memories in his brain. Like I'm pretty sure the same memory from the first trailer was this person killed your dead wife.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck, I'm gonna fuck him up, and kills them. Then he goes to sleep in their tank, and they're like, this person killed your wife, and he's like, I'm gonna fuck him up. And like that's the whole concept. Then Vin Diesel's like, you can't control me, and Guy Pearce is like, yes I can. And then Vin Diesel's like, nah, and then they fight.
Yeah.
Like that's the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
Well, Guy Pearce isn't going to fight Vin Diesel. He'll send other ones of his soldiers because we found out that there's more.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
But
possibly.
that's it.
There was a dude with like spider legs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're pummeling into each other, but they have the typical Man of Steel where he goes for the far reach and then punches him through a building. Like,
I know, it's crazy. It's
so,
crazy.
As I said, I'm looking forward to this. And the publication from Acclaim Comics, who wrote Bloodshot, originally have done other things as well, like Killer Instinct, Turok, Man of War, Shadow Man. Like, they've done a lot of good things. So the story itself and the source material from Valiant Comics, I should say, and then Acclaim Comics from 94 to 99.
Ah, yes.
Done some impressive things. But the movie itself, I think it's the kind of film that definitely deserves a cinematic release.
My biggest question out of this,
maybe 10 years ago.
well, I was going to say, is Vin Diesel still bankable?
Well,
that's what I'm curious about.
I think we've talked about this before when the first trailer came out,
yes.
because obviously he's in one of the biggest box office franchises ever.
But now he doesn't have The Rock.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, that slipped.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel, I think, needs some level of comeback.
Yeah.
Not that he ever really went anywhere, but he kind of needs a new franchise to come back on, because obviously The Rock is the guy, and he's joining the DC universe as Black Adam.
Do you see this being successful enough to warrant a franchise?
No.
Yeah, I see this as a one-off. I can't see him carrying this to $400 million and them going, ooh,
and the reason I see it like that too is because
this will make about 150, 160
Guy
million.
Pearce is a great actor.
Oh, he's fantastic.
But when he's in movies like this, they tend to flop because he's almost too good for it.
Oh, he definitely is.
And he overplays it to a point where it's silly. Iron Man 3, he played the main villain, the Mandarin, which was weird.
Yeah.
Because that character played by someone who is such a high caliber actor was so weird.
That seems below him.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And so does this.
Yeah. He was Wayland, essentially, in Alien Covenant. He was very brief in the latest Alien movies. But that seemed a bit more akin to something that he's used to because that franchise seems a bit more important.
Yep.
But to come in as an Iron Man 3 villain and then as a Bloodshot villain, like,
I mean, fucking hell, Mickey Rourke was the villain before him.
Yeah, I know.
You're on Mickey Rourke's level? Come on. No, you're above that.
And I'm like the one person on planet Earth who really likes Iron Man 2.
I'll
fight for that movie. I love that movie.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
But
him with his electric whipping hands.
Yeah, he's Whiplash. It was cool.
I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Buzz, motherfucker.
I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know whether it's, as I said, on my rating list, I can see it already. It's going to be It'll either be a good or an air.
I feel like this trash. Yeah, predicting. Oh, there you go. It comes out 5th of March, Australia.
Yeah.
But either way, on my rating, I could see this being a working class or lower.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Okay, but that is Trailer Park.
Well, I've got one more to mention. We don't have a description, but I will say that Birds of Prey has released a new trailer.
I'm very excited. David Attenborough. I haven't seen him talk about those vultures in the Sahara for a while. So I'm very curious about that, honestly.
Absolutely. Margot
is this
Robbie
a Netflix
is also doing a voice.
Oh, really?
Yes, absolutely.
Doing a voice?
Yes.
In the documentary?
Yes, absolutely.
Ah.
So there's
Is she
three
with him in this?
There's 3 segments.
Oh.
There's the introduction of David Attenborough.
Of course.
Obviously, he's talking about the first breed of vultures that you come across in the Sahara. And then you've got 2 other segments, which I know the second one, is Margot Robbie.
Okay.
She introduces the second
sort of. Does she go to a different continent? Country? Quill?
Damn it, man. No. We nearly had it.
And
then the third one was Mary Elizabeth Winstead, where she introduces the third family.
See, I want to just see the third segment and the first segment.
Okay.
And I'll masturbate to one of them, but I'm not telling you which one.
Okay. It's definitely David Attenborough.
Fucking A.
All right.
In the wild.
Let's just get on with it.
Yeah.
It's time for Yas or Pass, excited or beglided.
Oh, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. As I said earlier in the show, if you've stuck around, that is the most depressing music in all of podcasting.
Absolutely. You know, I have attempted to recreate that bit in like a thrash metal, like, it's time for Yas or Pass, excited or beglided. But I just
that'd be great.
I can't do it.
That'd be so good. Yeah.
It doesn't
but that's
quite
the
work.
thing. It was never intended to be miserable.
It was supposed to be like,
just,
it's time
it was
for
just
Yas
like,
or Pass,
I remember,
excited or beglided.
Do you remember when I came up with it and we looked at each other and went, that's it.
Yeah.
And we were both like so excited because it was like, it's time. It was supposed to be peppy. Yeah. And then we recorded it and it's just terrible.
I think we both went, well, no, let's just go, it's time for you. But like, ruined it?
Yeah, I know. It was terrible. Yeah, but that's meant to be more peppy. But either way, it's time for Yas or Pass, excited or beglided, which is our segment every week where we look at the movies that have come to theaters this weekend.
Yes.
And we're going to rate them and review them, preview them for you, and whether or not you might want to go and see them.
Absolutely. If you haven't sorted out your weekend yet, listen up and we're going to get through it. So the first one on the list is...
Absolutely. We have...
Bad Boys.
That's right,
What you going to do?
Yes.
What you going to do when this movie comes out? Are you going to go see it or are you not?
Probably won't. I was like, keep going, motherfucker. Okay. All right, no. First one, Bad Boys for life, bro.
Yeah.
All right, what do we get when we cross a really good, successful friend with a friend who is low on money and put on 20 kilos?
Me.
You get Will Smith giving Martin Lawrence a break and a chance to be somewhat relevant in 2020. With Michael Bay not at the helm and another sequel already fucking planned, is there really any point to this?
No, but I have a feeling this film is going to have some level of redemption. Because... first one was okay.
Yeah.
Second one I enjoyed more. But looking back, I wouldn't be able to watch those films now because they are Michael Bay films, and I'm going to be watching Six Underground while I'm watching those films.
Yes.
I like the idea that this is coming back in where Michael Bay isn't at the helm.
Yeah.
But at the same time, other than Aladdin, what have Will Smith or Martin Lawrence done in recent history that's been any good? Apart from Bad Boys 1 and 2.
Blue Streak was only a year ago, right?
What the hell is that?
That's a Martin Lawrence movie from 2001.
Oh,
yeah,
right, okay.
Exactly. No, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like
it's going to
Gemini Man was besides a Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah,
segment 3.
It didn't need.
It was terrible.
It could have had anybody.
Will Smith.
Yes, it could have had anybody.
Yeah.
The problem that this movie's going to have is that one last ride.
Oh.
Yeah, one last time. Like, we've had one last time 1,000,000 times before this.
And by the way, did I already mention that there's Bad Boys 4 in pre-production? Exactly. This movie hasn't even come out yet, and they've announced Bad Boys 4.
It's going to make money because there's people like us who can. There's people like us who can look past the fact that this is just a dumb movie.
This is just a cash grab.
Yeah.
Full stop.
And there's people out there who'll be like, oh, like Will Smith in action, cars and tits. Let's go watch it. Like,
No, exactly.
That's fine. That's what you go to the movies for.
Did you hear that joke about him shooting people? Like, in the trailer, like, that's all it is. It's them just the one-liners. Fucking one line after one line after one line.
Another problem I have with this was like,
Here we go.
Man, someone's out to kill me. Oh, yeah, maybe the families of the hundreds of people you've already killed.
Oh, man.
Have you thought about that?
Exactly, that's right. Like, I'm pretty sure...
No fucking mystery there.
No, that's right. And it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But, okay, I'm just... Yeah, it's a bit blighted.
Yeah.
I don't care about this movie.
I don't care about this film at all.
And thank God for the second one on the list, because if it wasn't for that, I would be very pissed off with this week's list.
Yeah, because we would most likely either be going to see that or we'd be watching something on Netflix.
Exactly, that's right. All right, moving on. We have Bombshell.
Yes.
In the year 2020, the world is on a knife's edge, with Iran firing the first bomb of the new decade. The question remains, will America strike back? Will Trump do what he can to fuck the world before he leaves office? This documentary asks all these questions and more as they get up, and drop the bombshell.
Absolutely. That was very sweet the way you said that. And drop the bombshell.
Yeah, well, I was actually trying to quote a Power Man 5000 song. Get up, drop the bombshell. Yeah, exactly.
I was going to program that into the keyboard, so that way when you got to that point, I was going to push the button.
Oh, no. Wait, you read these? Oh, you bastard.
Only that one.
But fuck off. You read this second one. Yeah.
No, I didn't. Anyway, but I'm just saying, copyright.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
We can't do that.
That's 100% fair. But yeah, either way, this documentary looks at Trump
and
how he has taken the Oval Office, and turned it into a square peg in a round hole.
Yes,
office instead of an oval.
And his ability to speak is just as good as ours.
I actually started reading that and forgot I was pretending. Like, as in, I started reading that as if it was the serious thing, and then I was like, oh wait, this is the joke.
Yeah,
and I just ruined it. Yeah, Margot Robbie, Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman. Bombshell, John Lithgow.
I initially wasn't interested in this because it's telling the story of a scandal that happened recently. It was like 2018 or 19 where Fox News had anchors that had comments made about them and whatever. But then watching the trailers, like Nicole Kidman, Margot Robbie, and Charlize Theron are all great in their respective roles.
Yes.
And I think, there's a certain praise to be said for the prosthetics.
Oh, yes.
I don't think they're really
Charlize
needed.
Theron.
And Nicole Kidman. But mainly Charlize Theron, and John Lithgow, I should say.
But Nicole Kidman, you can still see Nicole Kidman. Charlize Theron, it's like almost not her.
Yeah.
It looks like Megyn Kelly. It really doesn't
look like... It looks like Katherine Heigl, I know. But I'm just saying, yeah, you get it. But what I, listen, the prosthetics in this film and the story doesn't really intrigue me. Okay. When it comes to modern scandals, news, fuck off. None of that is important. Okay. None of that matters. But the acting looks great. Yes. And that's why I want to see this.
Yes.
I want to see these actors transform into people who are alive and well today.
Yes.
In something that happened fairly recently in history. So that's 100%. What I'm intrigued about.
Yeah.
What actually happened, couldn't give two flying fucks about it.
No, that's right.
The movie and the story in the movie is intriguing enough for me to go see this. And as I said, I saw the trailer on the weekend. I thought, you know what? That's my pick.
Honestly, any trailer with Billie Eilish bad guy in it, I'm all about.
Right?
I am all about that fucking song.
All right. Have you listened to the rest of her songs?
Yeah. I don't like them.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's one song in there.
She's still got some other bangers, but I mean, Bad Guy is like the song.
The quintessential song, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But listen.
Yeah, I tried listening to her full album, but...
Listen, we're metalheads. Yes. And I'm a huge metalhead.
Yes.
But I do respect when a pop song comes out which catches my attention.
Fuck yeah.
Because there's a lot of rubbish out there.
Yes.
When we said at the start of the episode, rabbit holes, here we go.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Billie Eilish came out and she was 16.
Yes.
And then she came back a couple of years older, a couple of years later with Bad Guy.
Oh my God.
And it's very unique in its songwriting, and it's the kind of thing where people would think, this sounds too simple to be good, but it grabbed the attention of fucking everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Without a doubt, it's definitely deserving of the attention that it's getting. I feel.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. The thing that weirds me out though is the concept of that song and the lyrics and the writing and what it's suggesting.
Yep.
And she writes with her brother.
Yeah.
That kind of weirds me out a little bit.
Hey, that's fine, man.
I mean,
you got to look at some of the horror movies.
She's a bad guy. So
that's right. You look at some of the horror movies that have come out. For example, you watch Hellraiser Judgment.
Yeah.
And then you come talk to me about what goes through people's minds, because that movie made me gag.
Yeah.
But in saying
I
that,
look forward to
with
it.
Billie Eilish, if you go back and listen to her other songs, some of her older songs, obviously Bad Guy came out. She's doesn't really sing in that as much.
Oh no, she's just talking.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's
that's
not
what
singing.
That's what people hate about it. But that's what I find unique.
No, I love
but
it.
there are songs where she doesn't really project her voice. She still kind of has that whispery kind of sound.
Yeah.
But she sings in key and sings really well.
Yeah.
And with harmonics.
Oh,
and
she's
it sounds
talented.
she can fucking sing. And there's some quality songs in that.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying I hated it at all, but I couldn't find anything that gave me the feels that Bad Guy
If I
did.
could remember the name of the song, I'd get you to listen to it.
Yeah.
But I just can't think of it right now.
Sorry, she's only got like one album and an EP or something.
Something like
not
that,
much,
yeah,
so
not
I'd be
much.
able to find it.
But yeah.
Either way,
Coming
Bombshell.
Coming from metalheads.
Yeah,
We're still on this.
Yes.
Coming from metalheads. Billie Eilish.
Yes.
Ain't bad.
Yes, Billie Eilish. I respect that game, and every time I've seen that trailer,
Yeah.
I've been like, I can't wait for this
Remember,
movie.
Bad Guy was at the end.
Yeah.
Was in the credits of
Yeah,
Brightburn.
That's
as
right,
well.
it was too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. Oh, I forgot about that, man. Yeah, Brightburn. I
Yeah.
love that. All
Anyway.
right, moving forward.
Yeah.
All right. Forward. There's two directions we can go.
Yeah.
All right, Doolittle.
Yeah.
A TCTP 2C3 pod exclusive. Rob Dow stars as a legit doctor who can talk. Yeah, Rob Dow stars as a legit doctor who can talk to other celebrities. I mean, animals who aren't just an excuse for a fucking ridiculously stacked cast.
Yep.
Looks hella overproduced and go over budget.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a kebab.
I don't want to see this movie.
No. My God.
I don't think it looks particularly bad.
No, I'm sure.
I just think it's not really necessary. Nobody asked for this.
No, well, I mean, we predicted it.
Yes, we did.
We predicted it.
The voyage of Dr. Dolittle.
Yes,
at
the
first.
voyage of Dr. Dolittle, starring Kumail Nanjiani. Yeah. No, this is literally just because. Hey, look at all of these celebrities. Look at this name that everybody knows. Doolittle just knows Doolittle. You're still looking up Billie Eilish. Holy shit.
While you're talking, I'm trying to find the song that I like. But honestly, I think it's all of them. That whole album is great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Doolittle. It's just an excuse to have way too many celebrities crammed into a big ass CGI fucking overproduced
Yeah.
joke of a film. Like, it's not going to be a good film. It's just a cash grab.
Yeah.
A big time cash grab.
And when I saw the trailer for this initially, and Robert Downey Jr. swings in, and he's got his curly hair, he's grown out a little bit. I first thought, like, if you couldn't put a name to a face, Taika Waititi could play that role.
Yes.
Right?
100%. That'd be amazing. That'd be better.
Yeah.
Dude, you need to see Jojo Rabbit.
I know.
Dead set,
I
man.
know.
Watching that fucker play Hitler, but so funny.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know, but what I'm saying is, like, I know he's not really an actor. He's more of a writer and director who stars in these things.
All of it.
But if he was to star in that role just as an actor,
Yeah.
as a directed actor,
Yeah.
I think I would have appreciated it a little bit more.
Yes.
Nothing against RDJ. I love the man to death.
Rob Dow.
Rob Dow.
Yeah, Rob Dow.
He's great. And that's how we shall refer to him for the rest of the podcast's existence. Is
Thank you. My apologies.
Yeah. Doolittle.
No,
Listen, not to compare.
No,
Not to compare.
let's fucking compare. I'm sorry. Eddie Murphy's Doolittle, that's way more up my alley.
Quintessential.
I know that this is more traditional to the original Doolittle.
Every man, local vet who can speak to animals and, like...
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I don't want fucking old mate saving 17,000 celebrity animals and putting them on a fucking boat in the fucking 1700s.
Yeah.
That doesn't interest me.
I know, we've seen that before. It's called the Bible. But you know what? I don't want Doolittle again in the way that, like, as we said, Eddie Murphy's, that's all we want. Yeah, I don't want a remake of that.
No.
Just leave it alone.
Yes, that's right. Exactly. You took something that was this concept and turned it into a hilarious comedy.
Yeah.
With Eddie Murphy and animals, and it was great.
But
Fucking leave the story alone.
You know what, though?
Mm.
This movie isn't made for us.
No.
It's made for your kids. It's made for the generations below. So we will have Eddie Murphy's version. And our kids are going to grow up being like, that's crap and old.
No,
No.
I'm going to shove it down their throat and say, laugh at the black man. You know, like, come on.
That's right.
But anyway, all right. The second last one on the list this week.
Yeah.
Go! The first Australian film of 2020.
Yeah.
Will it be enough to tear us away from the big budget US blockbusters? Let's find out by reading the synopsis. Jack is trying to win a go-karts race by learning how to drive from the girl of his dreams. Okay.
I remember maybe a year or two ago there was another big Australian film and it was all about like paper planes.
Yeah, that was for planes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It was called Paper Planes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as I appreciate Australian film,
Yeah.
it's just not good, is it?
No, it hasn't been good for a while, man. There really hasn't been an Australian film in a while that's been, man, I swear, early.
And when we say Australian film, as much as I would like to say Mortal Kombat's an Australian film,
it's not. No.
It's not. It's just filmed
I mean,
here.
as much as it was bad, we could say The Last Pirates of the Caribbean was Australian. It was
Yeah.
filmed on the Gold Coast.
But I'm talking about fully
Yeah.
Australian, like
produced and funded and
starred
and location and written and everything. It all comes from here. That's what we're talking about. And man, I swear, the 2000 to 2010, that decade, there was lots of really good films. But man, this last decade,
a bit sluggish.
it's struggling. And this is a blighted.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to see a teenager racing go-karts and that's it. Like,
It's because we've all done that. I mean, I get that it's relatable,
we've all driven
but like,
go-karts, but
this is just
this
another.
is such a minute market.
That's what I mean. This is just another retelling of our childhood, and everybody who grew up in the 90s childhoods. Like, we've seen this before because we did it,
Yeah, that's right.
but it doesn't appeal to me to go watch it again.
I know it's competitive go-karting, but I mean, that's not a money sport.
No.
Like, so what the...
Anyway,
Anyway, so
the
blighted.
the biggest little farm.
Yes, the last one on the list. The Biggest Little Farm. This documentary follows John Chester and his wife Molly as they work to develop a sustainable farm on 200 acres outside of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That is exactly correct, my friend.
A genuine yawn.
Blighted. I'm sure this is a fantastic actual documentary, and I'm not fucking around.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're here for. We're here for Bombshell.
Yep.
That's it.
If you want something to do this weekend,
Yeah.
if you're into it, go see Bad Boys. But if you want a
Bad Boys,
better
I think you can switch your brain off and you can somehow enjoy the ride.
quintessential
okay?
Michael Bay popcorn flick. But if you
Good
do
man.
want to be intrigued and
Yes.
engrossed in a story with, deliberate acting,
Yes.
Bombshell. The reason I say deliberate acting is because Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are playing themselves.
They are just fucking around as friends.
Yeah, and
And
that's
Martin
fine.
Lawrence is fat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he always has been, always will be.
Yeah, but now he's like,
Yeah.
you know.
But-
But either way, I mean, there's a Doolittle if you want to take the kids out to the flicks. I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll enjoy that.
Absolutely.
Go if you're an Australian hardcore go-karter.
Yeah.
Maybe you might enjoy that. And then if you're into documentaries and are a vegan, I assume, Biggest Little Farm is for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, it's been a fucking sluggish one to kick that one through, but it has
man.
been our show.
I am running on fumes and it is hot as balls.
Absolutely. We're still crack in the middle of summer, so this room is stinking hot. But
Yay.
you can find 2C3Pod on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at 2C3Pod.
That's right. And if you're listening to this or watching this, thank you very much. But maybe it's not your preferred platform. We're available twice a week on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Big summer blowout.
Now, you can support the show in any way you'd like, but most importantly, you can send us a dime over at
Two's Company 3's podcast at gmail.com for PayPal. PayPal, if
Absolutely.
you would like to be named as a producer, if you want your name to be shouted out on the show, or maybe you don't, but any kind of dollar or cents is appreciated because we do as much as we can for you guys. We put a lot of effort into this, as much as it doesn't seem like it sometimes. And we want to up the giveaways, travel around. We want to make this sustainable for us. So, Two's Company 3's podcast at gmail.com for any communication or donations.
Absolutely.
Let's get some
But if-
producers on the show.
Absolutely. But if you do want to support the show in a way as well that does give you something in return other than the shout out and the podcast, of course, you can go over to tpublic.com. Links are below. Get yourself a t-shirt, a mug, a sticker, and a fridge magnet, of course. Now, we do have two podcasts every week. Every Wednesday, we tell the news and reviews.
That's
and
right.
every Friday, we've got Trailer Park and Yasso Pass
That's
reviewing
right.
everything that's coming out that weekend.
That's right. And make sure to head over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell because we have 4 videos every week.
Absolutely.
Get on it.
Get on it. Now, thank you everybody for tuning in. We will see you next Wednesday. We are Two's Company 3's a podcast with... My name is Dylan, with my co-host...
Mitchell. And do not forget that we are Two's Company, but you are the podcast. Just leave it in. Leave it in, man. Now I don't have much time to open the box. All right. Here we go.
All right.
Here we go. Now, movie trivia time.
All right,
I
let's
took
do
the,
it.
I took the lead
Did you update
on
the
Wednesday.
notes?
I did 2-1, and I've even got
Okay.
how many we've done. So, wait,
Right.
no, I didn't update it. 2 of 3 now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because we both got one wrong
That's
last
right.
week, didn't we? Okay.
Oh my god. All right.
Okay.
If you don't get this, I will actually slap you live on air.
Okay.
In Monsters Inc.,
Oh.
what are the monsters most scared of?
children.
Hey, well done. That's right.
I nearly fucked that up. I nearly said socks.
Oh, man.
Because that's the first thing they're afraid of.
Yeah.
But it's
2319!
Tuning into that video by Two's Company Freezer Podcast. Don't be sad though, there's plenty more where that came from. Another cheeky video right there. Maybe even hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. Or, if you don't like our faces, check us out on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube.